Hey yo, what's up? I set up a new camera, so now the quality is gonna be like top shelf, you know? Um, the reason I'm talking to a camera in general is now let's get to the title of the video, Generation Isolation. Now, what does that mean? That means that Gen Z is so lost and so confused that we have fully lost the ability to have basic connections and basic social interactions. And that leads us to isolation. Every person I meet, not every, but bunch of people I meet my age are going in a downward spiral of isolation, you know? And I don't know what the factors are. Maybe the microplastics have gotten to us. Maybe the food that we consume is so far from organic that it messes up our hormones so badly that we lose our animal instinct and we lose any desire to socialize and build anything that can be considered a genuine connection with other people. Maybe social media has made everyone so insecure in who they are that opening up to the world just seems like too much trouble to go through. So you might as well not risk it and sit in your room for the rest of your life scrolling TikTok. That's definitely an existence that's worth more pursuing than, what humans have been doing for millennia, which is having community and relationships and connections with other people. Now that's out of the window. Now that's out of the picture. If you are my age, you are lucky if you don't understand what I'm talking about right now. But I know that plenty of people are going through the exact same thing I'm going through, which is that I don't feel connection to people the way I did. Relationships aren't have no depth to them the way they used to, you know? It's just not the same. And also the dynamic between men and women is completely ruined, but that's a whole nother story. Um, now, what do you do about it? Well, the situation isn't gonna get better, so you either decide whether living in full isolation is even an existence worth living. A lot of people are already finding out that it isn't, and they're taking, you know, appropriate actions to resolve that struggle. If that's not the option for you, then you're really gonna have to learn how to live in isolation. Because even if it's even if you're holding on now, it's gonna get worse and worse over time. I guarantee you that. Now, what do I distract myself with? Well, I read a bunch of books because I like reading, and I like the idea of myself becoming smarter. I find great pleasure in finding out new things and learning about subjects that fascinate me into further depth. Um, and also, it distracts me from my overthinking brain, so that's great. Now, what else can you do? You can pursue the endless and worthless pursuit of capitalism and just chasing money your entire life. Because since numbers are infinite, you can always have more numbers, right? Your bank account can always have those extra zeros, right? So a lot of people just, spend their whole life chasing a nicer car or the shinier watch. thinking that that's gonna solve everything when it just brings you further down into this consumerist reality that we're currently living in. Um, there's another trap that a lot of young people fall into, which is self improvement. Now, I'm thankful for the fact that that phase is over for me, and now I don't take it to the extremes, and I found a somewhat healthy balance. Um, my the part of me that wants to improve gets that, and the part of me that wants to the inner degenerate inside of me also gets what he wants. So both the angel and the demon on my shoulders are happy, and I honestly think that's the way to go. Um, since that's what I'm doing, don't take my word for anything. I don't know a single thing, right? Um, Now, what is the trap of self improvement? Well, you're gonna start, if you do a full dopamine detox and you wake up early, take a cold shower, go for a run, eat only healthy food, go to the gym, read a bunch of books, work on your business, take another cold shower, meditate, do no fap, another cold shower, another meditation session, another workout. Like that gives you the illusion that you're achieving something and that you're actually improving, when in reality, not a single aspect of your life is improving. Sure, your biceps may be a little bit bigger than they were, you know, a couple months ago or a year ago, but um, I've never gained anything from that. Um, you can take all the cold showers you desire. The moment you realize that you don't have more life satisfaction, overall life satisfaction, and your mental state isn't overall better, that's when you realize it's all kind of a trap, because you're living in a delusion that you're improving, and you feel good about yourself, and it all gets wrecked the moment you realize that it's bringing you nowhere. you know you're just becoming more and more self-obsessed, which can lead you into even more isolation. Yeah. Now, I have a project that I'm currently working on, and I'm pouring a bunch of money into that thing because money has completely lost value for me. It brings me no joy. So, if I have something that can bring me joy and can maybe bring other people, I don't know, a tiny dopamine hit in their brain, that's already worth pursuing. And that's what I'm currently doing, I guess. And you know, what other choices do you have? Oh yeah, start taking antidepressants and getting high. That's fantastic. Um, SSRIs are horrible for you. It is worse than doing hardcore drugs, to be completely fair. I've never been on SSRI, thankfully, uh, but from my research and from the interactions I've had with people that are on SSRI, what it does is it doesn't make you more happy, it just numbs you. It completely kills your personality, and it just numbs you. So instead of feeling, highs and lows, you just feel nothing. And many people choose to feel nothing over feeling any form of emotion. Um, yeah. Now, what else you can do? You can start smoking a bunch of weed. The more the better, to be honest, because um, it gets ideas start flowing through your brain, and it feels like you get a bunch of pretty creative thoughts and ideas, and your worldview is altered while under that substance, but in the end you just return to the same exact place. You always do. And many people will have no choice but become extremely black pilled and extremely nihilistic. And that's a sad sight to see, because it's a lot of wasted potential. And I know that my generation could have done a way better job at the problems that we're facing if we decided to drop our egos just a little bit, you know, put our pride to the side, and, you know, open up to the possibility of having new interactions and meeting people and stuff like that. But that's just becoming less and less of an option. And I feel pretty lucky because I've always had this kind of loner mentality. I very much enjoy being alone. Even when even when I've had times in my life where I did have, you know, a relationship with a girl, let's say, and a bunch of friends and a great social life, I still choose to be alone quite a bit, just because, you know, I need my battery to recharge. But so yeah, for me, that phenomenon that we're experiencing is supposed to be less painful than for other people. I believe it is, because so many people have told me that it's just getting worse by the day and it's not going to keep getting better. And this video goes out to you, buddy. You're not alone. Trust me, we're all in the same boat, and no one's getting out. No one's getting out. You just have to learn how to deal with it. Keep yourself busy. And it's gonna be fun to watch how people slowly go insane, because it's gonna happen. Like, there's no way that's not gonna happen. People are slowly gonna start losing their mind. And it's gonna be fascinating to watch what people do about it. Like, what road are you willing to take when those are the cards you've dealt? There will be, I don't know, there will be options. There are options, but at the end of the day, doesn't matter what it is you're doing, you will be isolated. Um, so that's something that everyone my age is just gonna have to adapt to and learn to live with. Some are super happy about it because the insecurity is so strong that social interactions are just the worst possible scenario those people can imagine. And I don't even know where I'm going with this, to be honest. Yeah, dude, my generation, there's no hope. We have nothing to fight for, and and we're isolated. So that's a great combination of factors. That's really gonna get the best of people's mental health, I believe. Um, we're gonna see some crazy things soon. Because as I said a million times, it won't get better. So let's see how people react to the circumstances we've been dealt. Mm, maybe it's at least gonna be fascinating to watch. But it's all just sad in reality. And it's our fault. It's super our fault. because no one can lower their pride, even in the short term, to open up to the possibility to have a connection with another human being. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But hey, let's keep talking to a camera.